gentlemen of the press, it has become expedient that the state ESCO-elect of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Benue State, lend its voice on the current state of affairs in Benue, especially as it concerns activities of the Ortom's administration and the governor's unguided utterances that are bringing our state to public ridicule. It is often said that evil reigns when people of conscience decide to unwittingly keep sealed lips in the face of glaring absurdities. The APC in Benue, as you all know, is the major opposition party with dominant population whose mandate was robbed in a controversially complicated hapstance. But having gauged the overwhelming incompetency and drought of progressive governance ideas on the part of the current PDP government in Benue, history again beckons on our party, the APC, to urgently rescue power from the PDP in the next electoral dispensation, so as to allow Benue test development like other states of the Federation. To state with, we are greatly dismayed the manner at which Governor Samuel Ortom and his few supporters have been clutching at straw to foist the reasons for his legendary poor performance as governor on the leader of our party in Benue, Senator Dr. George Akume, Honorable Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs. This attack on our leader have been brewed consistently over time, intermittently unleashed on him with great mischief. But while we may have tolerated this bashing for so long, the governor has again embarked on dangerous campaign of calumny, trying to desperately to run down the throwing profile of Senator Dr. George Akume, who is one of the very few Nigerian past governors without criminal records. The target of this campaign of calumny, we ultimately know is to lower Senator Dr. George Akume, who is highly celebrated by many Nigerians in the eyes of the public, thereby weakening his chances of emerging as the national chairman of APC, now that majority of the APC members across all the states of the Federation are clamoring for his emergence for the position. Let it be known to all APC faithfuls and the whole world that the fraud allegation currently leveled against Senator Akume by Governor Ortom and his government is an act of political witch hunt. Why cajole a haphazard probe report about an Akume administration of many years now? Same government had leveled 107 billion allegation against Gabriel Suswan administration, but later nullified same. Would the same government not overrule itself tomorrow over these federations reports that seeks to indict Senator Akume in a hurry today? For those of us who are conversant with the operation of the present Benue State government, this is a mere another diversionary tactics. This administration has history for raising unfounded claims and excuses each time money comes into the states. Recall the day it was confirmed that the federal government has made available another tranche of over 18 billion naira bailout to the Benue State government. Governor Samuel Ortom has become strangely more loquacious and hostile, not just to his benefactor, Senator Akume, but also to the Benue civil servant and pensioner that he has refused to pay their salaries and pension. The internally displaced persons that he has described as thieves stealing his cassavas from his farm now, rudely referring to all Benue people as drunkards who ideally start drinking as early as 9 a.m. daily till dawn, which you all know cannot be the true identity of the Benue people who have been known over the years for hard work and as great farmers. It is regrettable that rather than employing Benue people, the Ortom administration has perfidiously sacked thousands of youths that have been absorbed into the Benue State Civil Service by his predecessor. He has also sacked many other civil servants as ghost workers without employing any or others, an act that has skyrocketed the rate of unemployment in the state. Despite all this sack, the salary wage bill of the state under his administration has rather climbed to 7 billion naira based on his claims. In all fairness, what has Governor Ortom today done to take Benue man off the streets and alcohol in the last 6 years of his administration? What has been his social intervention program of his administration? When businesses are rather closing down in Benue due to multiple taxation, the governor ought to have been ashamed that despite his deliberate impoverishment of the state, his subject could still afford a bottle of beer to sip and forget their poverty and misery. Never for once has Benue State been this stagnant in terms of policy framework and development. No sector of the state seems to be working. Benue, the state workers are currently owed over 7 months' salary arrears. Primary school teachers, local government staff are owed over a year, while pensioners are still owed over 32 months, not to mention their gratuity. Benue farmers are denied farm inputs to boost their food production, while farming in Benue remain at the subsistence level in this modern age. We wish to establish sufficiently that the present Benue State government lacks the capacity and basic ideas on how best to develop the state and should not be allowed another chance to succeed itself. It is on this note that we reiterate our earlier call on all officials and aides of the Ortom's administration to honorably resign and live their life, rather than continue to smile while they suffer and deceiving themselves that they are in a government. We have equally uncovered his plan to appoint more suffering special assistants to seek for election that are fast approaching. We can only sympathize with those helpless victims that may be named eventually. Finally, we want to call on the governor to face squarely the hurricane tax of governance before him in the existing phase of his administration and avoid careless affront on President Muhammadu Buhari, Senator Dr. George Akume, and the suffering population of Benue that he has already branded happily as drunkard. For now,
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.